Here I am in San Juan, and it's not far from the old San Juan, which is the largest city in Puerto Rico. Now, earlier today, I was talking to a manager here, and they were trying to inflate this thing. Now, if you've ever seen any of these things, it's actually when it's inflated, it's an iceberg. And so it's a small iceberg. And so I was talking to him about this, and I said, well, I've actually been on the big icebergs. He said, yeah, we had a big iceberg, but we were sued. And then, here, let's have this as a background. It's quite spectacular. And then he said to me, he just found out this afternoon that the insurance company that he has actually settled a lawsuit that his son had actually punched another kid, and they tried to sue his family for $400,000, and just today they settled for $90,000. And I say something that I always say, which is insurance companies and lawyers are taking over the world, and I'm a lawyer. The thing is that a lot of people, supervisors and managers, are very concerned that when they're dealing with issues of harassment and discrimination, that they believe that they are going to be legally liable. Now, under most circumstances, and please don't take this to the bank, but under most circumstances, you're not going to be legally liable for harassment or human rights violations that go on in your workplace unless you are the one that's doing it, or you're actively involved in trying to suppress it. In other words, you're trying to cover it up because you know something is going on. If you're actually doing it, then what they usually do is someone will try to make a complaint. And remember, in Canada, it goes to a human rights complaint. So it's very strange for it to go to a court. If it goes to a court, usually they have to send it back to human rights. So they make a complaint, and usually they'll say the individual manager and supervisor and the organization. But lots of times they'll drop the individual supervisor if they find that he or she is not actively involved in the process. So you don't have to worry if there's something that's going on in your workplace. They usually want to go after the workplace, the employer, for those kind of things that are going on. You can even make mistakes. In other words, you can screw up, and you won't be, under most circumstances, you won't be held legally liable because you tried your best, you did what you could. The organization might still be liable for the harassment or discrimination that took place in their workplace, but it's rare where the individual supervisor will be responsible. Now, you want to be cooperating, and you want to make sure that you're giving all the information. Be very truthful about it, what's going on. Otherwise, there can be repercussions that are going on. But the point is, don't worry about all the lawsuits. The big awards, like down here in whether Puerto Rico, this is a territory of the United States, or other part of the United States, those are big awards. They don't happen in Canada. So put your mind at ease, do the best you can. When you find out about it, try to deal with it. I hope you get an opportunity to come down to San Juan, Puerto Rico.